Fishing and tourism industries of Louisiana are in jeopardy as the expanding oil slick threatens to wreak havoc on the Gulf Coast. Louisiana Senator David Vitter has seen the damage firsthand and met with officials to discuss containment and cleanup efforts. Senator Vitter joins me now from New Orleans. Senator, how bad is it now? How bad is it going to get?
Well, it's extremely bad. You know, already as of several days ago, it was worse than all of the spillage related to Hurricanes Katrina and Rita combined, and that was significant. Now, to equal the volume of the Exxon Valdez, based on the estimate of 5,000 barrels a day, we're probably about 35 days out from that, but it's still major, and the biggest problem is what you alluded to. There's no clear end in sight in terms of when the flow will be stopped.
What are the needs? You have at times been very critical of how it's going and saying that changes need to be made. As you look at the situation today, based on all the briefings you've had, are there changes? Are we doing the right things? Are we doing everything we should be doing?
I'm not sure of that. I'm not convinced. First of all, I think there's no clear, compelling plan in terms of coastal and marsh protection. And I think having BP operationally in charge of everything, having to make every decision, is slowing that process down. The second point is exactly what I expressed to Secretary Napolitano 2 days ago, basically saying BP should be taken out of the loop with regard to that coastal protection, marshland protection piece. Not to change their responsibility or liability, but to make sure that the operational tempo is increased dramatically.
Let me ask you this other question, because, you know, it's always a balancing act. I mean, we're drilling in the Gulf because we have a need for oil. Our economy requires it. I mean, we could be talking, without the oil in the Gulf, about significant increases in gasoline prices, which would devastate our economy. How do you find the right balance between drilling and protecting the environment?
Well, I don't think there's any argument that we should just start shutting down activity now or even shutting down new activity that's planned. Clearly, there have got to be changes made because of this incident. We need to learn a lot from it, and there needs to be new procedures and equipment. But we certainly shouldn't start shutting things down. 2 days ago, very early, I think on Good Morning America, David Axelrod with the White House suggested shutting down new activity. I think that was the wrong approach. To his credit, President Obama later in that day stepped back from that, said would continue moving forward, but clearly there are going to be procedures and equipment changes made because of this incident.
All right, Senator Vitter, and from his perch in Louisiana, thank you so much. All the best to the people who are doing their very hardest, working their very hardest down there to try to solve this problem.